rolled oats.
This is for mealybugs. And this is not a live food that you can do for...
Probably a good layer on the bottom. You know, make sure it goes into all the corners.
Mealybugs are used in food for things such as frogs, lizards, toads or whatever. Even fish, the Oscars like eating them.
Love them. Yeah, they love them.
Yeah, they're very partial to that sort of stuff.
You put in potato or you can do lettuce, anything that's not too soggy, because otherwise it'll make your mixture go mouldy, and this is what they get their water out of, their fluids. So set that up into there. It's already cut up into little cubes.
You can use carrots and stuff too, can't you?
Carrots, yeah, carrots, lettuce, potato, yeah. I found potato was the best because it lasts a few days. They like to tunnel into it. If you see these bits here, see how they've got little tunnels into it? Right.
Now these are drawers that we've had pre-mixed stuff before, and we've done this bit, so we're just doing another drawer. And here are the adults, and you have to separate the adults from the little ones that they have.
See, they're getting the moisture out of there.
And adults, because the adults will eat the little grubs that they have, yeah, so you separate. And as the worms get big, you separate them down too. And just keep going drawer by drawer.
I might actually put these bits in there because they're still getting moisture out of them. Right, so you put all these ones that have changed into here. And the reason why is, I don't know if you can see that, it's quite small, is because, can you see that one there?
Yep.
Moving around? There is babies in here, and they will cannibalise their young if they get, you know. They do eat this stuff, and they eat the potato for moisture, but sometimes they will cannibalise their young. So you take them, you know, these out, there'll be lots of eggs in there, and there's babies in there.
Also the big ones will eat the smaller, big worms will also eat the smaller ones, won't they?
Yeah, and this one up here is where I've got the bigger worms. So a lot of these have changed, there's not many in there at all, so there's only a few left. So
yeah, so you're constantly changing drawers when you've got one generation.
They've either been fed to the thing. And this one I've only got a tiny bit of stuff, and this is ones that are changing. There's a lot in the cocoon, would you call it, cocoon form. So that's one in there between the worm or caterpillar, whatever it is, and a beetle. This one's just changed. See how it's lighter in colour? That one's just changed. It's not far. So after a couple of days that'll turn black. So that's a newly morphed beetle. There might be a couple more in here, so I check this every day or two and swap over the ones that have changed.
And the whole thing really consists of raw oats and bits of vegetables.
Yeah, for food, but not mushy vegetables because they'll make everything go mouldy. And I don't put much in this one, it's just more like a bedding to, well actually that's all this stuff is a bedding to them anyway. I think they do eat a bit of it as well.
And if you end up with too many beetles, you can always feed them to your animals too, eh?
Oh, that's another one that's only just, it's even less changed than these ones. See how light it is in colour? And these are really easy. They do take quite a while before they, like this is our first lot of babies that we've got. This is a new thing for us, and it did take quite a long time to get the little baby caterpillars or going in here, worms. Yeah, so these are only youngies, and I'm not too sure how fast they grow yet or when they'll be ready for food. We've had them a good couple of about a month in here, maybe a month, and probably a couple of months since we bought the caterpillars. So for them to morph and lay babies, it's been mealworms. It's probably been a couple of months.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and you're also in with the caterpillars. They also like mealworms, worms. whatever you want to call them. They like a bit of this too for moisture. Not that there's many in here, so I'll only
So the
put
grubs
a
also
couple.
eat the potatoes.
So I'll put a bit in here for the
and that
babies.
saves, because if you put any water in it, all the oats go bad and things, so
Yeah,
they get
you
it out of
can't
the
have-
vegetables. And
Yeah, you can't have slushy because it'll just make everything go bad in here. You can have 3 or 4 drawers, like you have your ones that are for food or for
Yeah.
growing, morphing, and then you have one laying, and then you have another one to put the new beetles in. You don't have to have one with these morphing, you can just leave them in there and swap them over. I just find it easier.
So with the adult whistly
Because
tree
I've got
frogs, you
4
don't give any to the younger whistly tree frogs, do you? Because they're quite small whistly tree frogs.
Yeah, just
Yeah, but they're great for bell frogs, aren't they? And,
as they get a
and certain-sized fish.
Yeah. The big whistling trees would be alright, the small ones probably wouldn't.
Great for lizards, great for larger fish, great for amphibians, axolotls, salamanders, newts.
You can get a bit
Size.
of, if you don't like bugs that much, you can use tweezers to get them. You know, don't squeeze too hard. But you know, a lot of people, I'm not too worried about these bugs. Some of them I don't really like touching.
Yeah.
You know, cockroaches from out the garden's a thing I wouldn't like to touch. I get the net and get those.
Larger frogs,
But
bell frogs, love
some people don't
cockroaches.
even like. So it's just taking these out so they don't eat all their young and putting them into this one, which will be a new batch of young to go. We will probably have to replace some of these. I don't know how long they live for, but you
If
get a
keep
lot
them-
of babies, so I'd say some of them will change before you.
And if you keep them in a warm, dry environment, they'll keep cycling anyway, won't they?
Yeah,
It
and
just
if you
keeps going.
get way too many
get
of
many
these, I'm
beetles
sure the
down.
frogs would love to eat these too.
Yes.
These beetles, the frogs would love them. Even though they've got a hard outer coat, I'm sure the frogs would soon scoff them
Yeah,
down.
and the Oscars and others.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed the video.